Protect and serve. It's what we do. I heard the Fighters Guild thing at Desolate Mine. What are you looking for? The castle is to the west, the chapel and houses to the south, and guilds and shops to the north. What are you looking for? The general trader and clothier and armorer are on the terraces to the west. The smith is north, next to the wall. Bye. What can I do for... Goodbye.
I'm listening. Please. I'm Gan Lusef, castle mage and healer. Actually, I'm not much of a healer. I can blow the meat off you, but I'm not much good at sticking it back on. I understand Bump Gragash trains other Fighters Guild members on the proper use of heavy armors. This is my first posting after Arcane University. The Countess and Bird like my work well enough. Farewell.
Yes? I've heard that Arentius Falvius at the chapel can conjure up creatures. You too.
Good to see you. Hello.
What is it now?
Putrid, you need armor or weapons, new or repair. Come to Hammer and Axe. Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit. That's a good deal. A good price for a good customer. I work hard. Folks like Skjorda and Ulfan give us Nords a bad name, drinking and carrying on until all hours. Farewell.
Good evening. Go ahead, please. Gerald View is a nice place for visitors to stay. Hafod makes everyone feel welcome. Be seeing you.
They say syndicates of wizards have led a boycott of Imperial goods in the land of the Altmer.
The Altmer have powerful wizards. It could be a dangerous situation.
Yes? Olaf's Tap and Tack is a good, inexpensive place for travellers.
Hail!
Yes? Did you hear about Braden Lyrian? A vampire hunt. Go to it.
What do you want? You get used to the cold. Got a good set of fur boots to keep me feet warm. Give a Nord a good thumping to keep the blood flowing. Ka, ka, ka. Did you ever hear about the ghost of Lord Vlindrel? They say he haunts the road to Carl. Not that I've ever seen him myself, mind you. Let's see if we can't... Good day.
Yes? I've heard Edla Darkheart was once an assassin. Yeah. You think Bruma's cold? Try a winter in the Rothgarians. Bruma's a day at the beach. Good day.
Why, hello there. You must be new. Oh, it's so nice to see new faces in the guild. If you ever need anything, just let me know. I have friends in all sorts of high places, you know, so I can get things done that others can't. And if I can do anything for you, I'd be happy to. Someday, maybe you could return the favor. Why, all the important people in the guild are there. Archmage Traven lives there, in the tower. It's a fabulous place. You really should see it someday. I've been there many times myself. The Imperial City just wouldn't be the same without it. Maybe someday, if you know the right people, you might get a chance to see it. You know what it's like. Make lots of friends and look busy. Same as anywhere. Guild members who have access to the university can craft their own spells, not to mention chat with the most important people in the guild. The Mages Guild has made more than a few enemies since necromancy was banned. A recommendation from me? Well, of course. Raminus would naturally want my opinion, wouldn't he? This is a situation we can both benefit from, associate. You do me a small favour, and I'll happily send along a glowing recommendation. If you can find Jaskar, I'll write the recommendation immediately. He's disappeared. I mean, he's really disappeared. No one here has seen him in days. Volinaro thinks maybe a spell backfired. If someone from the council were to stop by and find him gone, it'd look bad for me. I can't have that. Talk to the mages here and see what you can find out. If you can make Jaskar reappear, you'll have your recommendation. Please come find me as soon as you've located Jaskar.
Hello. Volinaro, at your service. Need a spell? Need an item recharged? Need a witty practical joke played on someone? I can handle it all. It's a little too rugged up here for me. Add a couple hairs to a Nord, and you've got a bear. It's a shame that Selena doesn't join in our fun, but she takes her role as an alchemist very seriously. If you need supplies, she's the one to see. Half of the Council of Mages resigned when Traven took over the position of Archmage. Always keep your magical... May I interest you in some of my fine wares? Well, you want to find Jaskar? All right, I think I can help with that, but you have to agree to do something for me first. And whatever you do, you can't tell Jean about it, all right? That's the spirit. You help me pull off a little prank, and I'll help you find Jaskar. With all due respect to our wonderful leader, she couldn't cast her way out of a paper sack. It's insulting that we're here, working for her, when she knows nothing. She's managed to butter up the right people just enough to keep her position, and there's little we can do about it. But we have our ways of coping with the situation. Really, you're going to love this. I'll teach you a spell to unlock things. What you need to do is get into Jean's desk and bring me her manual of spellcraft, okay? Her room is upstairs. Make sure no one sees you. You do that for me, and I'll make sure you can find Jaskar. Bring me Jean's manual of spellcraft. Let me know when you're done with that little task.
Go away. You'll ruin everything.
Hi there. My name is Selina Urania. I'm a Mages Guild journeyman. I suppose I like her well enough. It's a shame she doesn't know more about her craft, though. Still, I don't quite think she deserves the hard time the others give her. Look, I like you and all, but I really don't want to get in the middle of this. If Volanara and Jaskar want to have their fun, fine. I'm not going to participate, and I'm not saying another word about it. Take it up with them. Well, sometimes I feel we're not welcome here. The Nords don't like Heartlanders very much. What was it called again? Something root? Oh, sorry, I can't remember. I'm afraid unusual plants are not my area of expertise. I think I'll have to refer you to Sindarian. He's a fantastic alchemist in Skingrad who specializes in this sort of thing. Not only has necromancy been banned from... What can I interest you in? Thank you. Take care.
Hello. Have you pulled that little... You've got Jean's book, I see. All right, then. I'll just take that from you. Meet me in the living quarters just after 10 p.m.
How goes... Yes?
I'm Sirach, Bruma's chapel healer. The chapel has made enemies here in the past. The Nords prefer their dragon Ismir to our father Akatosh. People are subdued, troubled. A crisis like this tests the people's faith. It's terrible, but I have the feeling that worse is yet to come. Be seeing you.
What? Nords who drink either get friendly or mean. I'm here to deal with the mean ones. Bye.
Greetings, Red. The Nine welcome you to Bruma. I'm Isa Raymond, priestess of Talus. We're trying to bring the comfort of the chapel to the Nords here, but Bruma's Nords stick to their heathen gods and uncivilized practices. I understand Bumph Gragash trains other Fighters Guild members on the proper use of... Can I interest you in some of my wares? Be seeing you.
You're going to have to leave. This is a crime scene, and no one other than ourselves, our Reynald Draelus, will be allowed access. The culprit in this crime has already been dealt with. It's just a matter of wrapping up the details. I'd tell you more, but frankly, I don't know who you are, so I'm not sure that I can trust you with that sort of information. We'll see. Really now? You're such a chump. Get away. I wish I... You can't scare me. Oh, please. You should... Really? Please. I'm embarrassed, but... Oh, you're a... Well done. No, you do me too much honor. You should be... Oh, please. What a... Really now? You're such a... Get a... What a... Goodness. Is that so? Oh, please. Get a... Really? No, you do me too much honor. I suppose there's no harm in telling you what happened. Word is bound to get around Bruma anyway. Turns out that Braden Lyrian is a vampire. Or was. If it wasn't for Rainiel Draelis, we may never have uncovered the truth. Let me explain. In the last week or so, we've found 2 bodies stashed in shallow graves outside the city walls. The bodies had puncture wounds on their necks. The bodies were those of some beggars who used to wander the streets looking for handouts. Vampire probably thought no one would miss them. Luckily for us, Rainiel arrived in town. He said he was a vampire hunter, so we asked for his help. He tracked the vampire to this house. When he entered the place around noon, Braden was sleeping. He was able to slay him at that point. Luckily, Braden's wife wasn't home. Poor thing. She didn't even know her husband was infected. We did a follow-up investigation, and it's true that no one recollects seeing Braden out in the daylight. He's only been spotted at night. I'm afraid there's not much more to tell you, so you can see we really don't need any help, but thanks for the offer. As far as I know, he was a good man. I never saw this coming. But vampires are masters of deception, so I guess it makes sense. I'm impressed. It only took him a day to track the vampire down. I guess that's why he does it for a living. You hear about Jorunda? He was caught stealing gold, and now he's in jail. Oh, I bet Arnora's beside herself with grief. Arnora and Jorunda were once a happy couple, but that's over now. I hear that he took all their money and stashed it after he committed a robbery. He was going to skip town on Arnora, but got arrested before making good on his escape. Now she has no money left at all. Poor thing. Feel free to question anyone in town. They shouldn't give you too much trouble.
Perhaps you can help me.
Excuse me.
I can't believe this is happening. Please, please, I need your help. My husband was no vampire. It's ridiculous. No one will listen to me. Forgive me. I loved my husband dearly, and to lose him this way makes no sense. Anything you can do to help would be wonderful. This is all happening so fast. I came home only just a few hours ago. I found the door open, and my Braden dead. Standing over him was a Dunmer. I screamed and ran out into the street. Some city watch were nearby and heard me, I suppose, as they arrived quickly. I heard the Dunmer identify himself as Rainiel Draelis. He said he was a vampire hunter, and that Braden was his mark. The guards seemed to know about Rainiel, and after a search of the house, the the body of some beggar was found stashed in our basement. The guard sent for Carius, who is an investigator for crimes here in Bruma. In minutes, Rainil convinced Carius that Braden was a vampire. Well, of course it does. It was obviously planted here. Why would he stash a body in his own house? That's ridiculous. And another thing. The guards are making a big deal out of no one seeing Braden out in the daylight. Well, of course that's the case. He works at night and has to sleep during the day. Why does that make him a vampire? It's all that Rainil character. I don't trust him. The thing that bothers me the most is that I swear I've seen him before. Of course, he says he's never been here. Look, there isn't much more to say. Please, help me clear my husband's name. I have no idea where he'd be. Just find him and make him tell you the truth. I swear he's a liar. Olav's Tap and Tack is a good, inexpensive... I know I sound desperate, but I know... Hello.
Excuse me.
Good day. I'm Tolgan, herald to Countess Narina Carvane here in Bruma. She requests your company at your earliest convenience. Countess Carvane would prefer if you speak to her in person. She also said to present you with this stipend as a taste of things to come. My lady holds court from 8 in the morning until 6 in the evening each day. That would be the best time to see her. Sirach is a good healer. He's a Red Guard, but you'd think he was a Nord the way he acts. The Countess is in attendance from 8. If you wish to seek audience with her, please return at that time. You're also welcome to wait anywhere in the Great Hall.
I'm Jantus Brolus. I'm the illusion trainer. Easterus and I used to be adventurers, but we've retired here. Bruma is far from civilization, but we're ready for a little peace and quiet. Olav's Tap and Let's see if we can't teach you a thing or two. You too. What can I do? Goodbye.
What? Apparently, Right Wind teaches his blade skills to other Fighters Guild members. Bruma is a perfect town for a Nord man of leisure. Bracing mountain air, good food and drink, and lively Nord fellowship. I don't know what you're talking about. Be seeing you.
What do you want?
Greetings, Redguard. I'm Regner. You want anything? Talk to Edla. She's in charge. I hate it here. Came here with Edla. All these snooty southerners. And damn guards won't let anyone have any fun. Poor Arnora. Seems her boyfriend, Jorunda, has stolen some gold from her and left her penniless. Now he's in jail and she's destitute. You too.
Anytime now.
What can I do for you today? The Countess is Heartland Nibenian, and so are most guildsmen and chapelmen, but most others are as Nordish as you'll find. I usually don't give out that kind of information, especially... I'm listening. Yes, I'm not buying. You're not bad. Not bad at all. Don't be silly. You're a... Sure? Don't, please. I'm sorry. Don't be... You... Don't, please. I'm sorry. Was that... Sure? Whatever you want. Yeah, don't. I'm not buying that one. I know I may be out of line by saying this, but I think the city guards may be wrong. It's hard to imagine Braden was a vampire. I could have sworn I saw him outside in the daylight before. Unless he just got that disease very recently, I'd say they were mistaken. When I heard Raynil killed him, I didn't know what to think. But after your visit here, I'm beginning to wonder. Raynil's staying in the last room down the hall upstairs. Here's the key. I always liked Braden and Arlene. They were a nice couple. I hope you get to the bottom of this, because I don't believe he was a vampire either. Hello. What can I do for you today? Gelliborn? That's odd that you should mention that name. Raynil told me that he was the last vampire he hunted. Yeah, that's right. Somewhere in Skingrad, I believe. He said he tracked Gelborn down and killed him. That's apparently why the guards trust him so readily. They had gotten word from Skingrad's City Watch about Raynil and his so-called accomplishment. And nothing else I can tell you about him. He comes and goes and doesn't talk. Just look for me. Anything else? Poor Arnora. See. Just look for me if you need anything else. It's you. I'm Hunmund. I'm a prospector. Alga's my woman, Nord style. None of that chapel wedding nonsense. You hear about Jorundir? He was caught stealing gold and now... Plenty of mineral deposits in the Jarrell Mountains. I'm out for weeks at a time by myself, but I don't mind it. Good day. Good afternoon. What? Did you hear about Braden Lyrian? Be seeing you.
Praise Akatosh, praise the Nine. I'm Arentus Falvius, primate of Talos, high priest of Bruma Chapel. I'm here to show Bruma's errant Nords the path to the true faith. They must put aside their heathen gods and worship the Nine. I understand that Bumf Gragash... Good day.
Today's your lucky day, so let's hear it. Look, I'm Snar, the cook. We got genuine Skyrim cuisine. Fresh, simple, big helpings, just like Mom used to make. You hear about Jorundir? We're still in Cyrodiil here in Bruma, but just barely. We build for the cold, just like in Skyrim. Good day. Welcome to Bruma, stranger. Hafid Hollowleg. I'm your host at Jarrell View. Bed, food, whatever you need. Ah, you mean that vampire hunter. He's staying over at Olav's Tap and Tack. Lyra Rosentia collects Akaviri artifacts. She might have a project in mind. Her house is west of the chapel. I was at Olav's earlier, and I ran into this Dunmer named Rainiel Dreles. Be seeing you. How do you do?
Poor Arnora. I'm Ivara Shanit, Countess Bruma's steward. The Countess makes policy, leaving the details of administration to me. Captain Bird and I make a good pair. He understands Nords and the North, while I appreciate the subtleties of Southern culture and politics. Bye.
What's your story?
Yes? Farewell. How goes it?
How goes it? What is it? I'm Jantus Brolus. Take care.
I'm Surotan. proud owner of Nova Roma, a little piece of Heartland Empire here in the lofty Generals. No need to go to the Imperial City. Bruma may look like a Skyrim town, but we've got all the comforts of the warm Nibbanean South. Did you ever hear about the ghost of Lord Vlind? Have a look around. You won't find... Take care.
I'm Ulfund, the light armor trainer. Skjorda and I run North Winds. Please excuse us. We had a little drink up last night. Still a little muzzy. Just like Skyrim, except for all the tight-ass Heartlanders around. All work and chapel. No one... You too.
Skjorda, Nordwinds. We've got clothes and armor, and I've got a headache. So keep your voice down, please. We drink because we're happy. We're Nords. It's just the thick tongue and fat head the day after that makes me unhappy. I overheard a guard mention the Countess is looking for a piece to add to her collection of Akaviri artifacts. Our taxpayers' drakes at... Goodbye.
Yes? Olav's tapping. Go ahead. Goodbye.
A coin for a...
I'm saving up enough.
Is a fair... course it's...
Blessings of Stendar upon you.
Hey, we're here to serve. Be seen. Well met. Oh, you're back. So, any new revelations in your, investigation? I'm sure Erlene is very upset. She'll be safe, though. Rainiel has confirmed with us that she isn't infected. Her accusations that Rainiel is lying is not surprising. At this point, she's so upset that she'll say anything to deny what really happened. I suppose if I found out a loved one was something as horrid as a vampire, I'd find any excuse not to believe it either. How do you know about that? Oh! Too many people don't know how to keep quiet about official matters. Very well. The Skingrad City Watch informed us that Gelliborn was killed by Rainiel not too long ago. Gelliborn was a vampire as well, obviously. What do you mean you disagree? That's a bold statement. What proof do you have that Gelliborn was not a vampire? I don't know what to say. It all makes perfect sense now. Why else would Rainiel have removed this journal from the crime scene in Skingrad? I heard no mention of a key either. It must have been removed by Raynil from Braden's body before we arrived. To think that 2 innocent men were killed, and that I'm responsible for one of their deaths, I'm speechless. I will rouse the guard and begin a search for him in the city. Meet me at Olev's Tap and Tack in 1 hour.
Looks like you're handy with a blade.
May the wind be on your back.
Whatever I can do.
Greetings to you.
Whatever.
Just before I arrived here, I received a report from one of our scouts watching the roads. Raynil was spotted heading west out of Bruma. The scout tried to follow, but lost him in the mountains. The only cave to the west that comes close to the one described in Gelliborn's journal is Boreal Stone Cave. That must be where he's headed. You must get there before he acquires whatever artifact is being kept there and makes his escape. I'm keeping the city guard in Bruma, as Raynil doesn't know we're after him. If he sees a guard, he may panic and run. You're my only hope at the moment. Please, you have my authorization to do everything you can to bring him to justice. If he won't surrender, I think you know what to do. Hurry. I fear you have a day at the most to stop him. I can't wait to get my hands on Raynil. He'll become very familiar with Bruma's dungeons, or the end of my blade if he doesn't come peacefully. Raynil will pay for both crimes. Gelliborn was likely another innocent he's slain. I'll make sure Skingrad City Watch hears of this. If all you say is true, Raynil will answer for Braden's death. Please hurry. Raynil may make a break for the open road.
Congratulations. I had a feeling you would catch on sooner or later. Leaving that journal behind was a stupid mistake on my part. I saw you enter Olaf's Tap and Tack before I could get there, and I knew that I had to sneak out of Bruma somehow. It was only a matter of time before you or Carius figured it out. No matter. After I've killed you, I won't need my vampire hunter ruse any longer. Certainly not. I'm surprised Carius didn't send the entire city watch up here, but then I would have seen that coming, I suppose. I expected to lay low for a while and then be on my way. So again, I underestimated you. This leaves me with little choice. Either I fight you now and have a chance at freedom, or I surrender and rot in a city dungeon. I prefer the chance for freedom. Yes, I suppose it is. Well then, we've talked enough. Only one of us will walk out of here alive this day. Good luck.
Hi there.
What news do you bring? Yes, I remember Braden mentioning that name once. He was part of the Brotherhood he had created with Raynil. I knew I'd recognized Raynil. I think when I first met Braden many years ago, he introduced me to him. They were part of some sort of brotherhood. They would roam Cyrodiil in search of legendary treasures and the like. The only reason he stopped doing that is because we got married and he wanted to settle down. I'm afraid, thanks to Raynil, that time is lost. Long ago, I made a promise to Braden. I promised to never reveal to anyone what I'm about to reveal to you now. However, because you've avenged his unjust death, I feel that Braden would understand why I'm breaking that pact. Braden told me about this amulet when they first brought it home from whatever distant land it came from. He never really trusted anyone else in the group, and before he secured the treasure in that cave, he had a special enchantment placed upon it. The magic masks the true identity of the item. All it takes is a simple command word, and the amulet would be restored to its true state. No, he always feared this day would come. He left me knowledge of that word in the event that he died, and I came into possession of the keys. If the other members of Braden's group were still alive, and I on my deathbed, only then would I pass the knowledge on to them. If you'd give me that amulet, I would like to show you what you've recovered. Thank you. I will now speak the word. Brother. Here is the amulet back. It's as beautiful as it was the day I remember seeing it long ago. I want you to keep it, as I have no use for this anymore. I'm certain that's what I want, and I'm certain that's what Braden would want. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope that the amulet helps keep you safe on whatever roads you may travel. I'm glad he's dead. I know that's a horrible thing to say, but I think you understand. Justice has been done.
How are you?
It's my pleasure. You too. Any luck finding... Please come find me as soon as you've located Jaskar.
Ready to find Jaskar? Just watch. You'll see. Well met. It was a good idea, wasn't it? I wonder how long she'll spend trying to figure out where she put it down. She won't figure this out for weeks. Ah, it's times like this I enjoy what I do. Farewell.
Hello there. I hear you've been looking for me.
Oh, please don't be mad. We were just having some fun.
We just got tired of Jean lording her position over us when she barely knows anything about magic. Every now and then, we like to trick her. We figured it was time to move on to a new prank. This one was getting boring anyway, so you can tell her you found me. Finding ways to confuse her just never gets old for me. It's good practice of our skills, too, but it's mostly just funny. There's not much to do here in the Bruma Guild. If you can get to the Arcane University, though, they let you make your own spells there. Things in the guild have been different since travel. Well, it was fun while it lasted. I'll have to start thinking up something new to try. Farewell.
Good day. Good day.
Any luck finding Jaskar? Found him, did you? Well, I suppose that's good. You'll have to forgive me. I seem to have misplaced something. Yes, well, let's never mind that. You've fulfilled your end of the bargain, though, so I'll fulfill mine. Ramanus will have my recommendation. And don't you forget about me once you've finished your training. I'm sure we can help each other out. Did you hear that Falkar left the guild? I think Deetsan is in charge in Shaden Hall now. You too.